been taught to chase, to plan, to execute. You've been told success is just a formula, and if you fail, it's because you didn't do enough. But the most dangerous lie is not that you're lazy, it's that you're in control. Because the one who truly understands this deen knows results don't come from your grind, they come from your Lord. And the proof is simple. You've worked hard before, and it still slipped through your fingers. You've made perfect plans and watched them collapse. Because the universe was never wired to bow to your effort. It was created to bow to His will. So the real question isn't how do I work harder? The question is, have I asked the one who never turns away? Part 1. Dua is not begging, it's worship. Most people treat dua like a backup plan. Something you do only when things fall apart. But that's not how Islam defines it. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Ad-du'a'u huwa al-ibadah." Dua is worship itself. That one sentence should change everything, because it means asking Allah is not just a transaction. It's an act of devotion where your need becomes your offering. And the more you ask, the more worship you build. It's your soul returning to its source. It's you standing at the gates of the king as a slave who knows exactly who his master is. When you realize that, your entire relationship with asking changes. You stop hesitating. You stop delaying. Because you finally understand. Asking isn't what you do after you try. It's what you do because you know who's in charge. Part 2. The problem is not the answer, it's the ask. Most people don't struggle with belief in Allah's power. They struggle with belief in their own prayer. They think, I've made dua and nothing happened. But if you press further, the picture changes. Did you ask clearly? Did you ask consistently? Did you ask while knowing the one you were speaking to? Or did you throw words into the sky and hope something landed? The problem is rarely the answer. The problem is the ask. You might be a good worker, focused, disciplined, driven. But what if you've been a poor asker? Good worker, poor asker. Because dua isn't about performance, it's about presence. You can fill your days with effort, yet starve yourself of the very thing that unlocks results. You want rain, but you never planted the seed. You want provision, but you've never risen in the last third of the night when Allah Himself descends asking, هَلْ مِن سَائِلٍ فَأُعْطِيَهُ? Is there anyone asking so I may give to him? How many of us have the nerve to say Allah didn't answer me when we never even showed up to the time when He was calling for us? If the door hasn't opened, it may not be locked. It may be that you never knocked with both hands. Part 3. How to ask with intelligence and certainty. Allah doesn't just teach that we should ask. He shows us how. إِنِّي أَنَا اللَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنَا فَاعْبُدْنِي وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِي. Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me. So worship me and establish prayer for my remembrance. Notice the sequence. First, certainty in who He is. Then, clarity in what He commands. That's the blueprint for dua. Before you ask, remind yourself who you are asking. Then ask with precision, but many people don't. They ask vaguely, passively, as if they're not sure if anyone is even listening. They mumble, they generalize, they whisper Jannah with the tone of someone asking for a discount. That's not how the companions asked. They described their dua like a map, with names, colors, timings, emotions. They knew that Allah was listening, so they made every word count. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Id'u Allah wa antum muqinun bil ijabah." Call upon Allah while being certain of being answered. Certainty doesn't mean you'll get what you want. It means you trust the one who hears you, and you speak to Him like you believe He will respond. So ask with intelligence. Part 4. Ask like a slave, not a consumer. Not in Self-Help has trained you to act like the universe owes you something. Ask big, ask bold, ask confidently, as if the act of wanting guarantees having. And if you don't get it, manifest harder, visualize more, raise your vibration. It's a language that sounds empowering, but it rests on a dangerous assumption that the world was made to serve you. Islam doesn't teach you to ask the universe. Islam teaches you to ask your master. The difference is everything. Because in Islam, you are not the center of the universe, Allah is. And the purpose of asking isn't to inflate your ego, it's to submit it. وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ وَأَدْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. And your Lord says, call upon me, I will respond to you. Read that again. He didn't say demand, He said, call. You are not entitled to an answer, but you are invited to ask. And that invitation came from the one who never breaks his word. So when you ask, don't come as a customer waiting for service. Come as a servant returning home. Part 5. The etiquette that opens the gates. You don't approach Allah without adab. The Prophet ﷺ taught us that how you ask matters, because the doors of the unseen are not opened with noise. They're opened with etiquette. Start with a clean heart. Make tawbah, not just from major sins, but from heedlessness. Don't come with a tongue full of requests and a life full of disobedience. Watch your income. One morsel of haram can block the acceptance of your dua. Face the qibla. Raise your hands, palms open, eyes lowered. Begin not with yourself but with Him. Praise Allah by His name, then send salawat on the Prophet ﷺ. Only then ask. And if your dua is serious, wake up when others are asleep. And once you've asked, keep asking. Even if you've repeated it 100 times, even if the doors seem shut. Because the Prophet ﷺ told us, dua is answered in one of 3 ways. It is either accepted immediately, delayed for something better, or used to prevent a harm that would have struck you. So never think your dua is wasted. Every sincere request is an arrow, and Allah never lets it fall without purpose. Part 6. If you only knew who you were asking, you don't need to convince Allah to give. He's not holding back out of stinginess. He's not tired. He's not unaware. He's not like His creation. When a human gives, he loses something. But when Allah gives, He increases in generosity. He never runs out. He never needs to ration. He never forgets what you asked for. And He loves when you return again and again, because He's not annoyed by your voice. He's honored by your dependence. The Prophet ﷺ, إِنَّ رَبَّكُمْ حَيِّيٌّ كَرِيمٌ يَسْتَحْيِي مِنْ عَبْدِهِ إِذَا رَفَعَ يَدَيْهِ إِلَيْهِ أَن يَرُدَّهُمَا صِفْرًا. Your Lord is shy and generous. He is shy when His servant raises his hands to Him to turn them away empty. Let that sink in. He's shy to leave you empty-handed. Even when you've sinned, even when you've asked with a broken tongue, even when you don't know what to say, but your eyes swell with need. This is the one you're asking? Al-Karim, the most generous. As-Sami'a, the all-hearing. Al-Mujib, the one who responds. If you truly knew who you were asking, you wouldn't stop after one dua. You wouldn't whisper it like a backup plan. You'd ask like a servant who knows there is no door but His. You're only asked to believe that when you raise your hands, something begins. Dua is not a life hack, it's a lifeline. And the ones who know this treat it like an act of survival. You say you want success, provision, peace, direction. But when it's time to ask, you show up like someone asking for scraps. You come to the ocean of Allah's mercy with a teaspoon. You were told, ask me, I will respond. You were shown the gates of the night left unlocked. You were taught that dua is worship, that the one you ask is shy to turn you away, and still you hesitate? No, come with a bucket. Come with your hunger, your grief, your fear, your need. Come with your whole heart and ask like a servant who knows that only Allah can provide. Stop asking like it's a backup plan. Stop waiting until you've tried everything else. Start asking like it's your first weapon, not your last resort. Because when you ask Allah, you never leave empty.